Hey, it's Kolio, playing Suikoden 3, continuing right along. We're at Mount Hieto, something like that. Yeah. The serene woodland area with infested with crabs and wolves and boars. It's terrible. Not bears though, we haven't seen a bear yet. If we did, you can bet your fanny that it's armored and out for vengeance. I don't know where I was going with that. I didn't want to just outright cuss. Try and keep that to a minimum. There's a difference between cussing and then saying words that really should not be shared with other people. I have a dirty mind. Once again, I started another video with the mic muted, so I've got to see this part for the first, I don't know, 3 minutes. Not to mention, you know, I got to see it during the playthrough as well. I'm just thinking my commentary just sucks right now. It wouldn't bother me so much if I didn't have to sit through somebody else's video whose commentary I thought was rather lackluster. And I thought, man, this is really hard to watch. Maybe I should just shut up. I actually still cringe a bit on my earlier videos. Some of them, I just don't know what happened with the audio. And they just sound really terrible. Like, the games don't bother me too much. It's more the art ones, where I was talking in those. There's like a lot of reverb, and it's like the sounds of me bumping the mic. I don't know why that is. I feel like I've improved on that. A save. Oh, that's great. Just added like 40 minutes onto that timer. It's funny, but none of the monsters in this game really interest me as much as in previous games. As far as like an illustration standpoint, none of them make me really want to go out and draw on a yellow kennel. But the characters are kind of different. Like, there's a couple characters that I'd like to draw. I definitely want to get Hugo. I definitely want the Lizardmen. I'd probably get all of them and the whole army together. Make a huge army picture, that'd be great. I don't know why that is. I don't think the 3D art isn't that bad. It's just, maybe it's the blocky nature of the graphics in this game. the wolves just don't seem to have the kind of character as the pixel art in Suikoden 1 and 2. And all the monsters are kind of similar to that. The battle bunnies, I think, did it even worse. They did not translate the 3D very well. Were these beetles in the first two games? I want to say I don't remember. I definitely remember the snails with the stretchy heads. I've got too many medicines. I had another one. Yeah. That medicine C probably doesn't sell for more than anything else that I got. Just gotta drop it. And that's all of this area explored. I noticed I haven't been getting as many views on the Suikoden 3 playthrough as I have on the last two. Which doesn't really bother me. I think more than anything, these are just more like journals for me. They're just audio. They're kind of like blogs where you get to play a game at the same time. That's how I treat it. And I realize I'm kind of the same way. When I watch a series, I usually just hit up on some of the key points. Rarely do I stick with it through the whole thing. Some of them I might. I think I've decided to change. I don't know why I swapped the formation there. I think my thought is that I know exactly what I was thinking. So maybe I changed my mind though. So I was thinking there that in battle, Jax seems to follow Geddoe around. So as Geddoe gets into melee range, Jax seems to get closer. When he's I imagine Jax is a very long-range character. So if he was with another range person like he was originally paired, maybe they would stay further back from the battle. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. But right there, I don't know, he ran forward. Maybe that is his maximum range, to get an attack on that wolf over there. I just kind of assume that Jax is probably one of the longer range characters because of his bow, but maybe the range characters don't have like they don't differ any. Well, I guess this isn't quite like a journal, is it? It's not like I'm talking about that girl I made flirty eyes with and my stances on where I belong in the universe. I don't want to bore you with that. Though I do have some very deep thoughts and all that. I just keep it to myself. Maybe in another video. It's always creepy when they shoot through a person. We'll talk about, I wonder where the channel goes from here. I feel like I'll probably take a break after Suikoden 3. Or at least from Suikoden games. I kind of want to go to kind of newer games. But then there's some other JRPGs that I'd like to revisit. Just because playing JRPGs again has got me in that mode. And there's other games out there that I like. Suikoden's one of them where I probably would have really enjoyed it as a kid, like back when I was playing a lot of those type of games. But I just never could, you know, get a hold of it. And revisiting just has the same effect, right? It's like they don't make these kind of games that I like anymore. But there are some out there that I just never played. So that's really another way to look at it that I didn't really consider until I started visiting this. And I didn't really think of any other big titles. There's Earthbound. That's one that people seem to love a lot, but I don't know if the humor would apply to me. It probably would. I adored Undertale. I absolutely love that game. Sadly, I did not record that one. Because I was out of town when I played it. And on hindsight, probably should have recorded it, even if the recording might have sucked. I don't know. Undertale's an absolutely great game. If you haven't played it or heard about it. And if you haven't, I'm not going to talk about it in any spoilers, so don't get spoiled on it. Treat it just like Star Wars or whatever. Go, just play it. It's very good. It looks very dated, but it's actually a new game, and that'll come through as you play it. Those dated graphics, they kind of use it to their advantage. And you see some really nice stuff as far as animation's concerned. I really like his game. Just everything about it. Like, the guy made it himself, basically. The music, all the writing and all the programming, they did everything really good. Even all the ideas. It's a good game. And if I had to say, I didn't play very many new games this year. I played a lot of retro stuff, but that would be my favorite game this year, is Undertale. So, going to Lake Castle. I love this place. We're going to get into this more. This little guard. Cecil. Halt! Who goes there? No one special. Just us. Evildoers! Evildoers. We're quite the opposite, in fact. Cecil, what's going on here? Oh, it's Thomas. Hi, Thomas. I caught these mountain bandits. I love that humor. That makes a game for me. Please excuse her. It seems she misunderstood. As master of the castle, I offer my apologies. We don't appreciate being treated like mountain bandits. Maybe it's that scary face of yours. Why, you... So, have you come here to open a business? Business? What do you mean by that? Well, this castle has recently opened itself up to free trade. We lease the land to people who want to open businesses. I thought maybe you came here because you heard about it. But I guess that's not the case. It's a pretty strange thing for a castle to be doing. I'm surprised the Zexan Council approved that. Those greedy old men see any new business as an enemy, after all. Martha. That's not really an issue. You see, this is common land, held by both Zexan and Grassland. So it's really not the business of the Zexan Council. So the Lake Castle's kind of on neutral ground. She said that it's none of their business, Captain. See for yourself. This is the record that proves it. The Zexan Guild Federation and the 6 clans of Grassland agreed to an arrangement made by the Firebringer to make this place common land, held by both Zexan and Grassland. This appears to be a legitimate document. It is. So, how about it? Do you want to open up a business and bring lots of customers here? We're not merchants. We're mercenaries. I see. So you're just passing through. Well, I suppose people just don't know that this is a free trade area. Have patience, Thomas. As soon as word gets out, we'll be overrun with people. Sorry, we didn't know the situation here. And here we were, getting all excited. If you feel so bad, how about buying some of my lottery tickets? Here. No, thank you. Hey, wait a minute. It's a pretty good idea. I hope things improve for you. Good luck as a master. Protect this place well. I will. If I know of someone who wants to set up a business, I'll tell them about this place. But don't expect too much. Thank you very much. Oh no, we're going to send so many people here. So, this is our castle, basically. And though we don't own it ourselves, we can send people here to kind of like join up with Thomas. So I think this is the part of the game where we're already open to recruiting people. As far that's only applies to Geddoe though, who's been here. I wish there were some more fun stores around here. I kind of like this place. People at the castle are nice too. I think I might settle down here. Spend a lot of time here. Yeah, and I'm so sleepy. Hold on. Oh, and he's the trainer. But he's got this odd thing to where he has different words for what everybody's good at. So you've got to learn a whole new, like, list of what they mean as far as how good you are. If you look at the top, you'll see it could be much worse. I don't think I've actually noticed that in game yet. Yeah, it could be much worse. That's all we've seen so far. The results are amazing, so that's perfect. And he's maxed on swing now. Absolutely average. Competent. I think competence like natural ability exists, which is just above average. Though I might have that one backwards. Hey, that's starting to get pretty maxed out. Oh, this must be the part where I noticed where all the things he says is completely different. Be much worse, absolutely average. What I'm talking about right now, nobody will ever know. Not even me, the person who was talking. It's just lost in the sands of time. Won a special prize in Geddoe Ch lottery. I got a knight statue. It's kind of like the farm area. I don't remember a whole lot about this castle as far as its improvements go. I know it'll get better as we get more people, just like the last two games. They can tell you that. Pretty sure there's a way to build up the walls, because they're pretty run down right now. I don't know if you can or not, but I hope you can. I feel like that's a thing. You know, I've started to warm up to this castle. I think I might settle down. Can't return to Zexen because of the fighting between Zexen and Grasslands. What should I do? Stay here. The situation looks rather grim. Security is perfect. So Cecil there is like, that's basically their security force right here. That is their guard. Until we start recruiting some other people. Huh? Fortune telling. Piccolo. So, have Piccolo play your future. We've got Acme, Average, and Amateur. And oddly enough, Acme seems to be the better of all these. It's not the Acme I know. You cannot believe everything you are told. People make mistakes. Well, that was useful. Check out that turtle shell right there. See like how good the texture looks on that? I wonder what's up with that. Compared to a lot of the texture work, that turtle shell just seems to be way above and beyond. Sebastian, welcome. Going to spend the night? Oh, you can actually organize the party here. Oh, and Jax is gone. I guess he did that thing where he disappears. He's probably hiding in a tree somewhere. He'll probably come back. I imagine they don't let you take anybody out of this party, seeing as they're all important for the story at the moment. Like every one of them. Please come again. Everything's been in turmoil recently. This castle's just full of holes. I really like this castle. I'm going to stay a bit longer. Controls get me every time. It's like, oh, you were running down? Let's just turn the camera around. Excuse me, sir, would you like to go for a swim? Softly forward over. She wants to see my hot bod. Though I imagine Geddoe's pretty messed up. Oh yeah, I remember talking about this. Did I talk about this? I don't know if it was lost or not, but when you look at Geddoe's throat, like right as he's running towards you, it looks like he's got a six-pack of abs on his throat, doesn't it? It's kind of creepy. Like from the side, it looks fine. But because there's not a lot of depth to it, looking straight at it, it looks a little odd. And now maybe you'll notice it every time, like I do. It's just how tough Geddoe is. You try to strangle him, he'll break your hand. There's the elevator. Doesn't work. Need to find the elevator guy. A staple of all Suikoden games. I found out. There's a dog man, Miro. Something for me to look after? Oh, he's a warehouse guy. And I want to say he's a kobold. But he might not be. He might just be a dog man. But he would be the first kobold we've seen in the game if he is. Seen a lot of new races, I believe. We've definitely seen elves. The lizard men are new. I'm just dumping off all this gear. I have a feeling some of the armor will be useful for other characters, so I'm just saving them. And a lot of the ruins. But I think there's actually like a storage space limit that I'm going to reach with all this stuff. I'm gonna regret that. And I put the screws in there, but I shouldn't have, because I'm probably gonna need them to recruit. Now that I can recruit, I can get Gadget, who needs his screw, or he's got a screw loose. And there's another item I should have held on to there. We'll see that soon. There's an underground graveyard area and a boat. Well, okay, that was a spoiler, wasn't it? But there's a boat over there. can't really tell it's a boat until you get inside of it, though. Now it's pretty obvious. And there'll be a lot of exploring this boat, but there's nothing to it right yet. I think it gets turned into, like, I don't know. It'll have stores in it or something? Maybe I'm wrong. The door I can't go through. That's basically it. An empty boat. Nothing to see. And that's about the end of the video. So, thanks for watching, guys. Later.